Could Rapunzel's hair really work? Imagine standing at the bottom of a tall stone tower. Far above, a girl leans out of the window and calls, "Climb up!" But instead of lowering a rope, she throws down her hair. Could that actually work? Today, we're stepping into the world of Rapunzel, not just as a fairy tale, but as a journey into biology, physics, and one of the most exciting fields in science, material science. Let's find out whether Rapunzel's hair could really hold a person, how long human hair can grow, and why scientists are trying to create materials that are both incredibly thin and incredibly strong. Let's revisit the story of Rapunzel. Long ago, according to the tale, a girl named Rapunzel was locked in a tower with no stairs and no door. The only way in or out was through the window high above the ground. Whenever the witch wanted to visit, she would call, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." Rapunzel's golden hair flowed down the tower like a rope, and the witch climbed up. Later, a prince discovered the secret and climbed the hair as well. It's a magical story, but it raises an interesting question. Could human hair really work as a climbing rope? To answer that, we first need to understand how hair grows, and can human hair grow forever? You might think hair grows forever if you never cut it, but that's not actually true. Every hair on your head goes through a cycle. First, it grows. Then, it rests. Finally, it falls out and is replaced by a new hair. For most people, hair grows about 1 centimeter, or about half an inch, every month. But each hair only keeps growing for about 2 to 7 years before the cycle ends. That's why many people can grow hair to their shoulders or waist, but not all the way to the ground. Genetics plays a huge role. Some people naturally have much longer growth cycles than others. So how long can human hair get? The longest hair ever recorded belonged to a woman whose hair measured more than 5 meters long, longer than a giraffe is tall, and about the length of a small car. But even hair that long took decades to grow. Let's do some quick math. Suppose Rapunzel lived in a tower 30 meters high. If hair grows about 12 centimeters each year, growing 30 meters of hair would take around 250 years. Clearly, fairy tales use a little bit of magic. Still, scientists can learn from asking impossible questions. Let's put hair under the microscope. Hair may look soft, but under a microscope it's surprisingly complex. Each strand is made mostly of a protein called keratin. Keratin is also found in your fingernails and in animal claws and feathers. Inside every strand, tiny fibers are packed together in complicated patterns. Nature has spent millions of years engineering hair to be flexible, lightweight, and durable. Hair bends without snapping. It stretches slightly under force, and it protects our skin from sunlight and temperature changes. In many ways, hair is already an advanced natural material. Next question is, could Rapunzel's braid hold a person? A single strand of hair is stronger than many people expect. One strand can hold roughly 100 grams before breaking. That doesn't sound like much. But Rapunzel's braid wouldn't contain one strand. It might contain tens of thousands. Suppose a braid contained 100,000 hairs. Together, they could theoretically support several thousand kilograms. That sounds amazing. But there's a problem. The strands would not all share the load perfectly. Some hairs would break before others. The braid could slip apart. The force where the hair connects to the scalp would be enormous. In reality, the biggest problem might not be the hair itself. It might be Rapunzel's head. Her scalp would probably not survive the weight of a climbing adult. What makes a material strong? Materials scientists think about several different properties. Number 1, strength. How much force can it withstand before breaking? Number 2, weight. Is it heavy or light? Number 3, flexibility. Can it bend? Number 4, toughness. Can it absorb energy without snapping? The challenge is that materials often have trade-offs. Steel is strong but heavy. Rubber stretches but isn't very strong. Glass is hard but brittle. Engineers dream of materials that are thin, light, and incredibly strong, all at the same time. Scientists today are creating materials that seem almost magical. Carbon fiber is one example. It's thinner than many metal cables, but extremely strong and lightweight. Airplanes, racing cars, bicycles, and even spacecraft use carbon fiber components. The dream is to create materials that are as thin as hair, but far stronger. Imagine elevators stretching into space, giant bridges made from lightweight fibers, or rescue ropes that fit inside your pocket. One of the most important lessons of material science is this. Nature has been inventing materials for hundreds of millions of years. Hair, spider silk, wood, bones, feathers. Scientists study these natural designs and ask, why are they strong? Why are they light? How are they built? Many of tomorrow's inventions may begin with questions inspired by nature and even by fairy tales. So the next time you hear the story of Rapunzel, don't just imagine a princess in a tower. Imagine biologists studying hair growth. Imagine engineers testing ropes. Imagine material scientists designing fibers stronger than steel. Because sometimes, a fairy tale isn't just a story. Sometimes, it's the beginning of a scientific question. And every great discovery starts with someone asking, what if? Every discovery starts with a question.